All right, what's up, guys? VV back with another video, and today we got a special video lined up. Today is the day we hit 5,000 subscribers. So, really appreciate you guys. Y'all are incredible. Thank you to all the subs. You guys are amazing. I have no other way to say it. Nothing but thankful, nothing but appreciative for what y'all do. Y'all are incredible. Just watching my videos, liking them, commenting on them, it helps the algorithm. It makes my channel bigger. And it in every way, shape, and form it helps. So thank you guys so much. I could not be more thankful for what y'all have done. And just to give a quick layout for how today's video is going to be, we're going to talk about the start of my channel and what expectations I had. Then we're going to talk about the future of the channel, and then we're going to have at the very end we'll have a sim game where we look at some black yellow Linlin because 5,000 subs, we got to celebrate with some black yellow Linlin on the sim. So you know what you're getting into. Today's going to be a real talk video. Today's going to be a real talk style video, guys. I am going to talk a little bit about I'll try to have everything linked down in the comment section or in the About Me. But I am going to talk about potential, people who want to help out with donations, people who want to help out with channel memberships or Patreon memberships. Because, guys, summer's approaching. School's about out for the summer. And I would like to make this my full-time gig where I'm not a teacher next year. That's a very real possibility in my mind, considering how fast the channel has grown and is growing currently. So, you guys know what you're getting into. Like I said, it's going to be a real talk style video. Let's just go ahead and dive into it. So first and foremost, the way this channel started, okay? Excuse me. I started this channel May 25th last year. So it has not been a full year, and we hit 5,000 subs. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that to say that you guys are amazing. I can't believe, the people that want to listen to this old man ramble, right? Excuse me. In fact, we've been doing this for 333 days straight, and this will be 334. I know that because it says right here there's 333 videos. Well, guess what? I do a video every single day. I do not stop putting out videos, and I don't plan on changing that in the future. When I first started this channel, I expected, okay, I'm going to put out a video every single day for 1 year, track my growth, see how the channel grows, and I want to try to get to 1,000 subs in 1 year's time period. And I guess I didn't realize how unrealistic that goal was, or how underwhelming that goal was for how fast the channel was going to grow. And again, that's just all thanks to you guys. And so, guys, here we are. I'm not even a full year in, and we're 5,000 subs in. This has given me a lot of hope for the future of this channel. Not that I was going to stop doing it after a year, but just that, I didn't know what was going to happen when I first started. In fact, if you go down to my first videos, let me just click this and just start scrolling down. And guys, if you look at my very first videos, it was discouraging. Because I put all this time and effort into making these videos. And look at the thumbnails, by the way. There's a huge evolution in my thumbnails. Look, intro video, 47 views from 10 months ago. This is my first video. 52 views, 29, 21, 32, 17, 50. I didn't even break 100 videos until my 10th video. My 10th video, and back then I don't think it had broke 100. I think this happened, over time. So I don't think I really broke 100 views on a video until about, it was actually a Lorcana, first impressions on Lorcana video. And it finally broke, and it broke like 500. This was like my 20th video or something. It finally started building. And then I started covering more One Piece. I started getting big views on videos like this deck teching Rebecca video and all this. I'm not going to go through everything. But the point is I started seeing okay, wow, people really want to see the One Piece stuff the most. And it's what I'm having the most fun with. And that's where we are now, right? And it was like a dream come true seeing the channel grow like it was. And when I first made the channel, I was hoping that it would just pay for my hobby, my trading card game hobby. But now it's done that and so much more. And it's approaching the level of man, maybe I can actually live on this if things keep going the way they're going. And if I can get a little bit of help from my viewers. Got to do real talk. If you don't want to hear anything about what I'm about to say, asking people for help here, just skip this part of the video and go on to the Black Yellow Linlin gameplay at the end of the video. But guys, again, I want to make this a full-time thing, and this summer is going to gauge whether or not I can do that, right? Not that I'm going to stop the channel if I can't. It's just that, I'm hoping that I can make this into a full-time gig, and with your guys' help, maybe I can, right? So first up, I have this Patreon and PayPal already made, but there's even another way to help out before then. There's a community tab on here. Whoops, excuse me, the membership tab's what I meant to say. This is the cheapest way to help me. And by the way, let me put this up real quick. For those who do, your name or your alias, whatever, will be on this patrons page at the end of every one of my videos going forward. So that way you can see, where you're at. And tier 1 is going to be like the low the lowest tier of entry. Tier 2 will be the second, and tier 3 being the highest. If I get some big patrons, you know, that can help me out, and they start donating a lot of money, I'll make a tier 4 for them. You know what I mean? And this is just what you see on the screen. This is just like I'm still working on a better layout. This is just like a beta version of how it will look. And the first person on here, tier 1, is ASN Baka, Asian Baka. I don't know. Hopefully I didn't just say a cuss word or anything. But they're my only member currently. And big thanks to them. I have had other ones. I have had other patrons and donations in the past, but unfortunately I just started this now, so I don't know how to go back and look at who they were. Okay, let me get this off the screen. So like I said, the entry level to get on the patrons page is through this. I don't have anything special I offer just yet, and yours will look different. The membership for y'all's will look a little bit different, so that way you can join one. Let me see if I can like click on like this is how it should look for y'all. If you go to our members, yeah, it'll be like click join, and then it'll have the price there. And you know, Joey has it set up in this way. Okay, mine is just set up. This will be my entry level one. Is through YouTube, because that's where most people see me, right? And I have that one set to I think $3 as a very base level entry. For the people who want to help out more than that, I do have a Patreon set up now. This is what it looks like. It is just patreon.com/VV Wolfric. Wolfric's my alias in most of the games I play, and it looks like this with the 2 V's for the W. And I'll have this linked down in the About Me or the comment section. For those who are interested, like I said, it's all on here. There's a $5 a month, $10 a month, $25 a month membership for people. And the tier 1, 2, and 3 you see here, those are the things we just looked at. We're at the end of every video. Tier 1 is blue, tier 2 is red, and tier 3 is gold. And that's just kind of how that will go. For whatever you donate on there, I'll have your name at the end of every video, just like what you see on the screen here, under whichever tier you did. And then lastly, let me move this before I forget. If you're just trying to make a donation, I'll have this set up as well, just right there, paypal.com. I think it's like, let me see, I think it's like paypal.me, yeah, like that, and it should come up. And there you go. It's that simple. You know what I mean? For people who want to send like a specific amount or just like a one-time thing, you can send it that way. And like I said, guys, I'm not trying to beg. For anyone who cannot do this, I understand. Do not feel obligated to do it. Only do it if you want to help me out with the channel and want to help me get on my, you know, basically get on my feet, so to speak, and try to make this into a full-time thing. And any help you guys can give, I'll be more than appreciative for. So, had to get that out of the way, because like I said, I do want to make this into a full-time gig, and this summer will kind of determine if I can do that or not. Because if not, it's not that I'll stop making the videos. It's just that I will start having to like do like maybe a part-time gig as a substitute teacher, which is a big step back from pay from a full-time teacher. It's a huge step back in pay, to put things into perspective. But maybe this channel will help offset the cost difference and things like that, and any kind of donations. Okay, so that's that, guys. The future of the channel is looking very bright, though, regardless. 5,000 subs after not even 1 year. Again, I could not be more thankful for you guys who do it. Please subscribe if you have not already. If you watch my channels all the time, it helps me out big time. The views, you know, it's great. It's been really good. And like I said, we can't end a video without doing a game on the sim. And in this case, Black Yellow Linlin. Let me move my face cam real quick. We got Black Yellow Linlin versus Black Yellow Linlin versus Black Yellow Luffy. And another thing, of course, is any kind of sponsors also help the channel. So if anyone out there is like a sponsor looking for someone, if you want me to, you know, have your icon rotating in and out of my videos, and remember, I do a video every day, so it's quite a bit of advertisement. But if you are trying to get like, you know, some type of advertisement that way, any other sponsors out there who want to help me out, by all means, I will definitely consider what you have to offer. Okay, let's hop into this game, guys. Where are we at? Play. Make sure the volume's off. And let me go to 2x speed. And we're off to the races here. So, guys, Black Yellow Linlin has been pretty decent, actually. I'm not going to lie. I know a lot of people think I'm crazy. But, I mean, it's been pretty good. I'm not saying it's better than Black Yellow Luffy. And it just so happens every time I play Black Yellow Linlin, I go against a Black Yellow Luffy. and the game goes to the very late stages and becomes very technical, and they have a hard time keeping up because number one, I play a lot of Black Yellow Luffy, so I know how to play around what they're doing by not attacking, and number two, they're playing against a deck they don't really know how to play against because I'm going to drop a Big Mom this game, right? I'm going to drop a huge character that's going to be hard to deal with. Okay, so my opponent untaps here, plays out the Imperial Ivankov. Immediately I thought, okay, that's interesting. You know, you can trash your top or bottom card of your life and reveal 5 costs and put it on top. Okay, and it was the Sabo. He played out the little Sabo to play the big one, and now he can swing at me for 7. But does he want to? Right, that becomes the question. Do you see I have a Kikanojo on the board. So if you attack into me, I could get another Kikanojo, right? Or some type of trigger, whether it be a, what's it called? Thunderbolt or a Nami or whatever. He doesn't know what's in my deck. Okay, and I actually did get a Nami, by the way, but he had the 5-cost Sabo effect to protect his board. So right here, I'm not in any rush, because remember, I can gain life just like he can. In fact, I can gain life that can become triggers and help me get further into the game. And the longer we get into this game, the bigger characters I'm going to drop. I'm running 10-cost Ace in this deck, I'm running 10-cost Linlin, and I'm running 9-cost, I'm running 8-cost Gecko Moria. And I'll show the deck list at the end of the video. But this deck can go toe-to-toe late game with pretty much anyone. It's just, I think it struggles a little bit against like the stronger mid-range decks, the decks that put on a lot of mid-game aggression and have a lot of 5,000 to 7,000 power bodies. Okay, because I'm also running Raigo, by the way. I'm running Raigo, or Kingdom Come as it's called, I think the official translation, where I can just pop any character in the game and I'm at 1 life. I can just pop any character in the game and I'm not even worried about it. But against this deck, it doesn't really help because they're going to keep, getting characters in and out from their trash, like Sabo, and give their board where it cannot be KO'd. So right here, he's got his Luffy on the board. He probably should have swung first if he's going to swing at all, because I did just set my top life card with Hiyori. But we'll see what he does here. Okay, he's doing a top 5 search. Let me make sure we're on 2x speed because this is a longer video. Yep, we are on 2x speed. And yeah, this guy, he's looking at attacking. I'm like, yep, sure, I'll take that and just pop your Luffy. We'll get the Luffy out of here. Because so I'm not scared of Luffy's attack as much as I'm scared of him taking a card from his life every single turn. Right here, I want to continue to set up. So I've got a 5-3 play here with Sabo plus Fukuro, and I'm just going to fix my hand with the Sabo. Like I said, Raigo's not very good in this matchup, or Kingdom Come, whatever you want to call it. So I established 2 more blockers, and I'm not attacking him yet. If I attacked 2 times there, he would have taken both attacks, no matter how big the attacks were, because number 1, it would draw 2 cards for him, and number 2, he would then be able to use his leader effect and start getting tons and tons of value from his leader's interaction with his life. I don't want that. Now, next turn, I am going to have to drop Linlin, unfortunately. And notice my board is full. So this is a turn where I want to take, I do want to block this turn. I do not want to lose life this turn because I'd rather go up to 3 life and put my opponent down to 1 life and establish this huge body. That's my game plan. And not to mention, I have a full board. So if I block with a Fukuro, that'll clear up a space for my 10-cost Linlin. You always have to consider the next turn. A video that I'm working on currently, at least in my mind, I've been doing a lot of theory crafting on. And there he goes. He plays Ace, by the way. And he has 2 or less life, so it does have Rush. So a video I've been working on in my mind has been like analyzing the game from a micro and macro standpoint. Like right now, this turn is the micro standpoint. But what about the macro standpoint of over the course of the entire game? And some people might translate it differently. Like micro would be against single individual matchups, whereas macro would be against the entire field. You can kind of see it a few different ways. But I think if I ever do put out that video anytime soon, he's going to swing 5 with Garp here, of course, he has 3 open. And if I do that video anytime soon, I think what I'll probably mention, in there is the way that I perceive micro and macro within the One Piece TCG game. Again, and I see it more as like, okay, the turn we're on is the micro. That's us microing our pieces, doing this, doing that, pushing things around and seeing what we can get away with. That's a micro game, right? The macro game is how far into the game are you playing? Are you playing turn by turn? Or are you playing like with the end in mind? You see what I'm saying? Like, for example, one example, while we're waiting for this, I just played a Tinlin, and I'm feeling in very good position here. He cannot do his Gecko Moria plus leader effect now because he has 1 life. So that's a very big deal. He is up against the ropes. Not to say he's done. The game's not over. He still has 6 cards in hand and 1 life. He can do a lot with this. But he's in a very awkward position. Having the extra blocker in Emporio Ivankov is actually a big deal too. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. With the micro and macro levels of the game, you know, think of it like this. The turn that I played out Sabo, I could have done something else, right? There are other plays I could have done, but I wanted to put down 2 blockers. I could have popped one of his characters with Luffy, right? Like I could have tried to pop a character with Luffy, but or even just draw a card with it, just anything, right? But instead, it's like why don't I set up for 2 turns in the future, right? Or a turn or 2 in the future. Or say you have a card like Raigo, right? Say you have a card that is a 6 cost that can KO any character in the game. Well, I can use it right now to pop like an ace, or I could use it later in the game and pop something like a Gecko Moria or something like that. You see what I'm saying? So again, there's the micro and macro levels of each game you play, probably of any game you play. But in general, in One Piece, I'm trying to prepare in this case for the macro, and that's what I want to put a whole video, put a whole video out talking about. That'll probably be either tomorrow's video or in the near future. Okay, so back to the game. They played out a Curly Dodon. This Curly Dodon, I'm not a huge fan of the card. It is a blocker, it is a 1K counter, and it's a 5-cost card. So it does have utility in every way, shape, and form for Black Yellow Luffy. That's not why I don't like it. I don't like it because that deck already has a very limited, finite amount of space that it can use up. Okay, so he's going to attack here. I'm going to use a blocker next turn anyway. So I go ahead and block out here with Sabo. I need to clear out room on my board, or for my board here. The first attack here is going to be the scariest one, in my personal opinion, because I want him to take this first attack. Okay? But, so let me see what I do. Here we go. I was hoping he would take this and not use Sabo. That was the one thing. Like, if he wanted to block with the 4Ks and use cards from hand or lose a card, I would have been very happy with that. However, if he had done Emporio Ivankov, that would have been a little bit ugly, because here... Perfect. So he did not use it. I got a card out of hand. Now I'm going to use my 5-cost Luffy and pop his 4-cost or less. And then I'm going to play this next one out. Looking back, it probably would have been even better to KO the Luffy. I'm just saying that would have been another possibility. And you'll see, once we get to his hand, that would have changed everything. Popping the Luffy might have been a better play there, but I wanted to threaten lethal with all of these attacks, because now every card I do must be answered. This has to be a 2K, because my next attack is going to be for 12. Okay, now I'm going to swing for 12. And he has to give me a blocker here. He chooses the correct blocker so he can bring it back from the trash. I just play the safe bet here, go to the next turn, playing out Momonosuke, and he accidentally passes the turn. And notice I did too. I did right back to him there. So he passes the turn. Let me hit play. Whoops. Make sure it's moving. There we go. Okay, watch. He passed back. So I tried to pass it back to him. See, I just drew a. I tried to pass the deck or the game back to him, but he left. Now, it didn't matter because look, we can see what's going to happen from his hand, right? We already know what's going to happen. I have 3 life. I am not in. There's no possible way I lose the game next turn, but he can't win the game or he can't survive next turn, right? That's really what it comes down to, because here's the situation on the board here. And if you guys see another possibility, please put it down in the comment section below. This turn, he has to play Gecko Moria. So he's going to attach 2 to his leader, right? Attach 2 to the leader, play out Gecko Moria. Or excuse me, he might have to do it in a different order. Hang on one second. Attach 2 to the leader, trash a card from hand, let it be ace, get an ace and a Sabo into your life, or a Luffy and a Sabo. He can do it, whichever way he wants to, because he does have a Luffy on the board. And I did check his trash. Let me see if I check it in the video. He did not have another way to get Luffy out of his trash other than with that Luffy. Let me see if I look at it. I might not in the video. Oh, well. I did check the trash after the game, and basically what he was going to have to do this turn was go up to 9,000 power. That has to be done. Like, there is no option, right? There is no other option on that. He has to go to 9,000 power. And then whatever he swings into, he would actually have to swing into my board at that point if he wants to survive. He can't take out Linlin, but he can technically take out like Momonosuke. Or one of my Kikanojos, which gives me more life so I can go further and further into the game. It's just a bad situation. And no matter what, he is going to lose every card from his hand this turn except 1. Because he's got to play out the Gecko Moria and trash a card with his leader's effect, like Ace. And then he can refill 2 cards on the board. And at that point, he's in such a bad position. Because remember, I'm going to swing 12 with my Linlin the following turn. That must be met with a blocker. And then I can swing for another... I could put, let's see, I could put 5. It would probably be put 5 onto Kikinojo and swing for 11 more. Where that has to be met with the 2... He'll only have 1 card in hand, remember. So it has to be met with another blocker. And now I can just swing all in on my last character. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's almost no way out of it. So he has to take out one of my characters. Has to. There's no other option. And he has to hope that I don't have 3 attacks left. That's the best chance he had. And taking out my Kikinojos is giving me more and more life, where now I could just play another Tinlin and I'm totally safe, totally comfortable, and he has no cards in hand. Anyway, very good game from this person. Unfortunately, he accidentally double-clicked like the draw card, and it ended his turn. I tried to pass it back to him, but he had already left before that happened. He'd already conceded. So good game, good stuff there. Black, yellow, Linlin represent. And hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me go ahead and show the deck list real quick. I have not changed the deck list at all. This is what it's been. I just never see Ace. It's like it doesn't exist. It's like the phantom of this deck. I did at least say Gecko Mori that game. I just didn't get to play it. Saw my Tinlins. Those cards are incredible. All the blocker stuff, all the Kikinojo, or excuse me, Landawano stuff's just incredible. And all that good stuff. Okay, well that's about it for the video, guys. Let me go ahead and put up the patrons thing here. Move this over back to where it should be. And like I said, guys, anyone moving forward who wants to help out, it would be greatly appreciated, because I do want to use this summer as a way to gauge whether or not I can start doing this full time. If not, do not feel bad about it. You know, everyone's in a different financial position. Everyone's in a different position financially. So if you can't help out, just keep watching the channel, keep supporting that way, and I'll appreciate that all the same. So, all right, guys, that's it. Please do not forget to like and subscribe if you've not already. And, yeah. Until next time, guys. Peace.